a lion-tailed macaque.
It's 5:30 in the morning and I'm heading out for an excursion to Gavi. It's going to be a half-day long activity and I'm going to showcase what all we'll get to see. So we started at 5:30 in the morning from Thekkady, and I have reached the Gavi Information Center for picking up the tickets and access to Gavi. So we have come to the Vallakadav checkpost after picking up the tickets at the information counter, and we are about to enter Gavi. And along with me in this journey are Jeep Safari expert Abbas and Lijish, who's also joining me. Abbas is opening up the roof so that we can have a better view. So we have crossed the Vallakadav checkpost and now we have gotten inside the forest. And it's a 20-kilometer drive all the way to Gavi. We're going to drive slow because this is the section where we will have the best chance to have sightings. Abbas is looking around for animals, expert eyes seeking into the forest to see if we can see something. The beauty of standing on a open jeep is that you get to enjoy the wind, the view, and the chill.
Sitting quietly there is a mountain squirrel. Hope it moves and comes down. We'll have a better view of the same. Looks like he has noticed something. Yes, that's a jump. Going up. Well, we lost him there.
This is the Adivasi temple out here. Very simple, compact, made out of rocks. No roof. Very quiet surroundings in the thick of nature. So now we are leaving Thekkady and entering Pathanamthitta district. This is the checkpost. The vegetation is still the same and we are still on the lookout for a better sighting. The weather is still with us, so that's the good news. Let's see how lucky we get. This is the Gavi Dam. The reservoir sites. And so we have arrived at the Gavi registration point. This is the main entrance. So now we are entering the breakfast zone, and beautifully decorated over here with tumbarjia flowers. As you can see, you have little birds out here. These birds are here to feed on these flowers. Isn't that beautiful? The story of Gavi began in 1977 when the The Kerala Forest Development Corporation decided to pick up some land in Gavi for cultivation of cardamom. And to do that, they needed labor. So they brought in about 250 families of Sri Lankan Tamils who had come in from Sri Lanka, and also brought in some local laborers, about 40 to 50 families from Kerala. And there began the plantation story of Gavi with cardamom. But over the period of years, about 20 years down the line, the cardamom story took a hit because the prices fell really bad, and it was very difficult to sustain the families who had come here. The labor community couldn't be paid the salaries. So in order to come up with a sustainable program, the management of the plantation decided to come up with a tourism option, because that was the only possibility that could earn them revenue at that point of time. So they explored it with the ecotourism initiative, and this new community-based ecotourism initiative was born, wherein the people from Thekkady, people who are visiting Thekkady, would come to Gavi, explore the beautiful locations here, go through experiences of trekking, wildlife, boating, the cuisine here, and even explore the waterfalls. My initiative is to bring out this beautiful program out into the main market so that tourists visiting Thekkady can really come and explore it. It's a one-day program. There is an overnight option also available, details of which will be there in the description below. You can access it and understand it better. So let's start the journey with a breakfast. Breakfast was simple, sumptuous, and nice. Most of all, it was hot. So we quickly grabbed onto it, hugged, and moved on to start the day at Gavi. The entry into the forest is only from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. There is a limitation. There is a limitation of 100 people every day so that the ecosystem is maintained properly. So it is a very much controlled activity. The pricing varies based on the season, but then at the moment it's about 1,653 per person, which includes the full day activity, your breakfast, lunch, and the boating and the trekking and the nature all around you. You start by around 5:30, as I said, and you get back later in the afternoon post lunch. So for every CBT programs to Gavi, there is a guide who comes along and stays with you till the end of this tour. And joining me today is Ramesh, who has been associated with this program for more than 20 years. And he's going to be our guide, and he'll be showing us around the entire place. And we are going to start with a beautiful museum, compact, short, beautiful museum at Gavi. Well, the museum may be compact, but the stories that are told by the guides are just absolutely amazing, because you get to know about the lifestyles of various animals, starting with the elephants, the lions, the tigers, the cheetah, the leopard, Indian gaur, the sambar, the deer, the great Indian hornbill, and much more. But to know about it, you got to be here. That's some effort which you'll have to take. Otherwise, what's the fun? Very rarely you get to see the carcass of an elephant, and this is one such piece. Trekking is an amazing experience when it's in the plains. But then, if you have to climb up, go down, it's quite a task. But right now we are on a scenic stretch alongside the mountains, rather the non-steep side of the mountain. And this is what we are witnessing as we walk. What you see right in front is the famous temple destination of Sabrimala, high above in the ranges. The temple used to be clearly visible, but then of course right now the vegetation is so thick that it has shadowed the temple, the main temple. Trekking is a beautiful activity to do if you are in good shape. good health, because as you climb up, as you go down, you feel your lungs, your bones, your muscles all come into play, which are normally not used when we are leading a city life. So it's good to be in a good shape if you are planning the trekking in the near future. Sometime back, I had spoken about cardamom plantation, the reason why Gavi came into existence in the first place. Let's take a look at one of those plantations and we get to see how cardamom is cultivated. So this is the cardamom plantation inside Gavi, and this is how a cardamom plant looks like. So, that is the flower. These are the cardamom buds. This is what is taken out and then dried to give you the cardamom that you get in bottles and packets. Interestingly, there are about 7 dams in Gavi and all are interconnected, which eventually ends at Mulyar Dam. It's part of Shabragiri project, and Mulyar is a place where the power generation happens to feed a bit of Kerala and a bit of Tamil Nadu. There is only one bus which operates on this route, one from Pathanamthitta to Thekkady, the other one is from Thekkady to Pathanamthitta, and this is that. So after a trek, we are onto the boat. A small boating activity at Gavi by the reservoir. And Ramesh is going to take us through for this beautiful ride. What we are going to see is a hidden waterfall in Gavi. Well, you can take a dip in here if you wish. I am short of time, so I am skipping that. Neither am I geared for it. While we are boating, I would like to share some thoughts of being a responsible tourist. When you come to a destination like this, there are a few things that you need to keep up in your mind. The most crucial fact being that there is nothing called guaranteed sightseeing. You're coming into a forest, you're actually invading the homes of wild animals. And they will only come out only if they feel like. So if you get to see, consider yourself lucky. But otherwise, it's all about experience. The nature, the sound of nature, the water, the flora, the fauna, and the few people that you get to see around. It's all about experience, and that is unbeatable. And some of them, if you're lucky, you get a person like Ramesh, you get to hear wonderful stories which you will not find in the books. These are real life stories which you hear purely by experience. When you're coming to any forest for that matter, there are a few things that you need to keep in mind. One, dress appropriately. That is, no bright colors. Keep it dark so that you merge along with the background of the nature. Take a bottle of water, ideally not in plastic if possible. Take a bit of a snack, a biscuit or a chips, so that if you feel hungry you can have it. Take your medicines just in case. If you have any disease, please check the difficulty of the activity and then get into it. Otherwise, stay away from it. Whatever you're bringing, please ensure you carry it back. Don't litter. Don't leave anything behind. And most importantly, these activities which are planned in Periyar Tiger Reserve are a part of community-based ecotourism programs, as I mentioned earlier. Every penny that you spend is going into the sustenance and living of the people who are in the forest. About 250 families at the moment. Lunch is also sumptuous and hot. Rice, 2 types of rice. You have sambar, you have some bendekai curry, lady's finger. You have some thoran of beetroot, you have poot curry, you have rasam, and you have some aloo ki sabji with chapati, and that is more with some fried chilies and pickle, and I guess papadam is on the way. Gavi is a beautiful option for all the adventure seekers and also for those who are looking at peace and tranquil surroundings. It is definitely not a place for the tourist who wants to hop around sightseeing. I would highly recommend Thekkady to be a two-night destination, one night with Thekkady and a second day or a night if you wish to stay overnight at Gavi, because when you come to a destination like this, you want to actually feel the nature. And to feel the nature, you got to be in the place. Either you take a day excursion if you're not comfortable staying in a forest, or else you book an accommodation in Gavi for the second day so that you get to really feel the place. The climate is amazing. The surroundings are absolutely stunning. The flora and the fauna is just awesome. Different shades of green, the blue waters, and blue skies. And you get to breathe fresh air. That comes absolutely free. What more do you need? I would highly recommend this Gavi excursion trip because it is an experience in itself. You get to see some of the amazing sights in absolute silence and the music of nature. No other sightseeing will give you that kind of a feel. So next time you are in Thekkady, don't forget to explore this wonderful option of Destination Gavi.
So after a wonderful vegetarian lunch, we are on the way back to Thekkady.
It's a black langur. Just got off, sitting comfortably. He didn't like it. That is amazing. A lion-tailed macaque. So eventually, we turn out to be lucky. We were wondering as to why nothing is coming our way. But then here it is, at close proximity. I can actually touch him. Then I dare not. All good things have to come to an end, so I'm back to where I started, to my hotel. I chose to stay at the Wood Knot Resort in Thekkady because it's a compact one, and a friend had recently stayed and highly recommended the place. And when I looked online, it had a 5-star rating on TripAdvisor. I was more than happy to see a cute little property, beautiful entrance, a lovely lobby, a elegant room, and a fabulously neat bathroom. They have amenities like a gymnasium, a swimming pool, and a wonderful restaurant which dishes out delicacies. In addition, they have a small curio shop where they are selling their own produce, the cardamom, in various forms. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe by hitting the notification button. Your feedback is very important to us as it takes a lot of effort in creating a video. And your feedback will decide as to how we can improve ourselves and how a good video can move forward in the Google algorithms. So do like and share. Until we meet next time, this is Shailesh signing off.